Welcome back. We're making good progress with our WordPress blog. We've now got WordPress pulling in the contents of all our blog posts and displaying them on the blog page. We've used the WordPress excerpt to shorten down the contents of the post to just be a couple of sentences. So now we want to add a read more button at the end of the text, and this can also link to the full blog post in the same way as the title. So to add the read more button at the very end, we can add this in our index page straight after the excerpt. So just make a little bit of space there, and let's create a link. And then inside the quotations, paste in the PHP tags. And this time I'm going to echo to the browser, get_permalink. And the brackets and semicolon at the end. Then close off the A tag and add the closing tag there. So now we've got the link. We need to add the text. So PHP again. And we use a shorthand again, so _E. Just to echo to the browser. And then inside the brackets, the first parameter is going to be the text we'd like to display, which is going to be read more. And then just add 3 dots afterwards. And then save and see if that's working okay. Okay, so that's at the end of each one of the blog posts, so that's good. And one little change I'd like to make is I don't like the square brackets at the end of the text. So I'm just going to remove them and just make it into the 3 dots. So let's see how to do that. If we head over to the WordPress codex, and we'll look for the codex for WordPress, and then search at the top for the excerpt. Then click on the function reference for the excerpt. So scroll down a little bit further and it'll give you some information about how to use it and some examples. But if you go a little bit further to about halfway and look for the title, which says remove the 3 dots and the square brackets using filters. So if we just simply copy the function and then head over to the functions.php, and we need to paste this in but outside of the setup function. So scroll down to the bottom of the page and we can paste this underneath the add action for the scripts. So at the minute we're returning the dots and the square brackets, but we just want to delete those square brackets and save that. Or you can put in anything that you prefer. So let's see if that's working. Back over to the SPA page and refresh. Good, that's all working correctly. The square brackets have been removed. So we just want to change this title back to be the same color as the Bootstrap website, which is the dark gray. So if we just click on Inspect Element, and then select it with the magnifying glass, we can see that the class that Bootstrap uses is blog post title. So copy that. And I'm going to change this color in the style.css. So let's take a look for the blog section, and then we'll paste this in just below the title section we created before. And because it's now a link, we'll add the A, and we'll set the color to be the value of 494646, and save that. And refresh. So now titles are now the same color as the Bootstrap website. So you may have already noticed that we're missing the fancy image, which separates the blog title and the rest of the content. And that's because we've still got the dots and the slash. So we can remove them and then refresh. And this puts the images back into the blog. Okay, so if we go back down to the bottom of the page, you can see there's the previous and next buttons. So we're now going to get these to work in WordPress. So go back into the index page. And then if we take a look for the pages section. And we can keep the list items set up as they are, but we don't need these links anymore because we're going to put these in a WordPress way. So we can just delete the hyperlinks of previous and next. And to get the next page of posts, insert the PHP Then to get the next post, we type in next underscore posts underscore link. And then we want the button to say older posts. So we'll type that inside the brackets. Okay, and then we'll copy this piece of PHP and then we'll paste it just below between the list items. But this time, instead of next posts, it's changed to previous. And then we'll change older posts to be newer. And save, and hopefully that should work okay. Then refresh. So that causes the buttons to disappear. And you may be wondering why. Well, the reason is because there isn't a previous page or a next page to go to, because we've only got 5 or 6 blog posts. And by default, WordPress puts 10 blog posts in a page. So just to test if the pager is working, head back over to the dashboard and then down to settings and reading. And then change blog pages to show at most from 10 down to 5. And then save changes. And then hopefully if all's working correctly, when we scroll down to the bottom of the page in the blog, we should now get a pager because we've only got 5 posts. So there we go. So there's the older posts button. And there's the 6th post there. And then if we click newer posts, we'll get the first 5. So congratulations on getting this far and getting the blog posts all working. Thanks for watching, and if you join me in the next video, we'll create a PHP if-else statement, which will change the feature text at the top of the page, depending on what page we're on. We'll see you there.